Hello there. My name is Stella. That is my elf name. It's very nice to meet you. So, I have just traveled on a very long journey from the North Pole to be with you today. As you know, Christmas is fast approaching, and Santa has been very hard at work curating his annual naughty and nice list. Yes. However, there are a couple of names that still remain a question mark for us. It's been a very chaotic year, and Santa hasn't been able to keep his eye on everyone as much as he would have liked. So I have come here today to ask you several questions just to determine if you are naughty or nice. Okay, so we need you to be very honest with your answers. Although Santa hasn't been watching you like he should have, he will know if you're not being truthful. Okay? Yeah. It's not the end of the world if you do end up on the naughty list, you know. You can always improve for next year. And at the very worst, you'll probably just get a little bit of coal, so don't worry about it. I'm just going to pull up the list here, okay? Or the list of questions that I have to go through with you. Grab pen. All right. Let's see. So, firstly, do you believe in Santa? Okay. Yep, I'm just gonna note down your answers here, and I will feed these back to Santa when I get back to the North Pole for him to make his decision. But, okay, fair enough. Next question. Can you honestly say that you've been good this year? Yes. What do you think if you reflect back over the months, you know? Were you relatively good? Okay. And how would your friends and family describe you? Yes, okay. You can give me adjectives, that's fine. Okay. Yes, okay. Funny. Okay. 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 Good. And when was the last time you lost your temper? Can you remember? Was it fairly recently, or has it been a while? Okay, and what happened there? Okay. Sure. Alright. I might let that one slide. I can understand your frustration. Okay, and what do you normally do when you're in a bad mood? Do you take it out on other people, or do you internalize it yourself and let it come out later on? Okay. Bit of self-reflection there, okay. Yep. Those are some decent habits. Okay. No, you don't need to impress me at all. I'm just gonna write down exactly what you're saying. I don't make the call here, so you're all good. Okay. Now, which holiday drink is your favorite? I'll give you a list here. We have hot cider, mulled wine, peppermint mocha, cranberry gin, or eggnog. If you had to choose between those, you want to rate them, okay? Number 1. Okay. 2. Okay. 3. Okay. 4. 5. Okay. All right. Now, imagine you're the DJ at a Christmas party. Okay. What is the first Christmas song that you will put on? Is that your final answer? Okay. Sure, sure. Right. Let me turn the page here. Okay. So, if the weather outside is frightful, would you be more likely to go outside and play in the snow or stay cozied up by the fireplace? Okay. And what would you do in the snow? Would you make snow angels? Would you go sledding? Would you build a snowman? Would you throw snowballs at other people? Okay. Okay. So, on Christmas morning, do you tend to wake up early or do you sleep in? Yeah. So, what time do you normally wake up? Maybe in the past couple of years. So, not quite when you were a child, but recently. Yeah. Okay. And what is the first thing you do on Christmas morning? Do you go straight for the stockings? Do you make a coffee? Go for a little walk? Okay. Got it. So, do you always say please and thank you? Do you use your manners generally? Okay. And do you prefer, in terms of candy canes, the regular peppermint ones or the fruity flavors? It's very important. Okay. Do you like maple syrup? Okay. Candy corns? Okay. And if you can, think back, what is the nicest thing you've ever done for someone? Can you give me an example? Okay. It's very kind. I very much admire that kind of behavior. It's very sweet. Okay. So, your friend has some icing on their nose. Do you tell them, or do you just kind of laugh at them? Depends on the friend. Okay. Okay. Now, if you were to be working at the North Pole with me, what would your job be? So, we have a reindeer trainer, a toy maker, a sleigh engineer, or a cookie baker. Yeah, just think about your strengths, your particular areas of interest, expertise. Good choice. Okay. Now, when it comes to Christmas lights, do you prefer white lights or colorful lights? And if you prefer white, do you prefer warm white or cool white? Okay. Got it. Great. So did you go Black Friday shopping this year? Just curious. Did you fight anyone over any deals? Okay. That's fine. We do love a good bargain hunter. Yes, gotta get those presents. Have you forgotten a friend or family member's birthday at all this year? Just be honest. It's okay. Okay. Who was it? Oh, alright. Okay. And do you leave milk and cookies out for Santa? What kind of cookies do you normally leave out? Do you make them homemade? Do you buy them? Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, we don't want any lazy people on our nice list. Okay. Now, do you leave any food out for the reindeer on Christmas Eve? You know they get very hungry, and they work just as hard as Santa does on Christmas Eve. So you do, okay. What do you leave out for the reindeer? Okay, I wouldn't feed them that going forward. It tends to make their tummy hurt a little bit. I would go for carrots, oats, things like that. Yeah, okay. That's good that you try. Okay. And what is your Christmas coffee order? Yeah, if you were to walk into Starbucks, they have all those fancy drinks, so what do you order from them? Okay, I wouldn't have guessed that. I would not have guessed that. And what size? Okay. Alright. So, are you easily annoyed or irritated? Alright. What tends to set you off? Sure. Okay. Got it. No, I totally understand. Sometimes you can just be right on the edge, right? And then one thing happens and you just over the edge and the craziness. Okay. Do you enjoy trolling on the internet? Okay. And when it comes to gift wrapping, do you tend to take your time, measure the paper, cut it very precisely, or do you just kind of throw it all together? Very messy. It says a lot about you. You know that. Okay. What's the point if people are just gonna rip it? Well, it's all about the thought, right? The thought that goes into it, the effort. Goes a long way. No worries. And similarly, when you're opening presents, do you rip right through it without glancing at the wrapping at all? Or do you take your time, you undo the ribbon, you carefully peel off the tape, fold up the paper, recycle it, or save it for next year? I could have guessed that. Okay. Okay. Now, how clean is your room? Okay. Do you make your bed? Okay. Do you do your laundry regularly? Do you leave your laundry on the floor? Okay. Do you dust? Do you vacuum? Okay. Do you clean the windows? Okay. Got it. And when you go away on a trip and then come home, do you leave your luggage packed for a long time, or do you unpack it quickly and do all your laundry right away? Okay. I see. I'm just getting a feel for who you are, your habits, your tendencies, your behavior, everything like that. Okay. Do you practice any forms of self-care? Okay. When was the last time you let yourself relax, maybe had a bath, pampered yourself a little bit? Okay. And what would your favorite method of self-care be? Okay. That's very important. Self-love. We need to show ourselves and our bodies and our minds that we appreciate everything that they can do for us. Okay. Now, did you mail out any Christmas cards this year? I know it's a little bit early still, but okay. Yeah, you still have a few days, no problem. Sometimes it's actually nice when family get their Christmas cards after Christmas because it extends the celebrations, the wonderful festivities that Christmas is all about. So, okay. And in terms of sweets and treats, how often do you indulge? Okay, so how many treats have you had this week? Yes, your advent calendar counts. Okay. And what are your favorite types of treats, sweets, and desserts? Okay. Great. We're getting there. Do you smile at the cashier when you're checking out? Make small talk, engage in conversation? You try to, yes. I know it's difficult wearing a mask, right? When you're trying to smile and be friendly, and you can't quite express that, but you try. Have you had a little peek at any of your Christmas presents yet? Okay. Did you do that in the past at all? Okay. Very good. And what is your favorite holiday movie? That's a good one. And when you go Christmas shopping for friends and family, do you buy things for yourself? You could admit it. I know, there's a lot of good stuff that comes out for Christmas time. Yeah. Okay. Can you give me some examples? Okay. Yeah. Oh. Very nice, yeah. Good choice. Okay. And when do you normally start decorating for Christmas? What's your timeline like? Okay. Do you go all out or just a few minimal decorations? Okay. Alright. And If someone gifts you something that you really don't like, what's your reaction? What do you do? Okay. Alright. It's not a bad reaction. Yeah. Have you ever regifted anything that anyone's given you? Yeah, okay. Well, if you think the item will be more loved by someone else, I can understand that. Rather than it going to waste. Okay, now, which reindeer would you like to be if you were a reindeer? So we have Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and of course Rudolph. Who's your favorite? Blitzen. Yeah, I like Blitzen too. Okay. So, do you normally leave a decent tip when you're dining at a restaurant? What percentage do you typically go for? Okay. Yes, of course, it depends on the service. Just wondering how generous you are, okay? And did you recycle this year? You better have. Okay, good, very good. Do you floss every day? Good. And are you usually late to school or work or meetings or commitments? Anywhere where you need to be? Do you show up on time? Okay. Good. Alright, we are almost done. Just a few more. Okay. So, do you enjoy gossip or spreading rumors, creating drama? Do you enjoy that type of thing? Okay. Yeah, I find it's best to stay out of it, but to each their own. Alright. Now, on Christmas Eve this year, will you be trying to stay awake to catch Santa? Okay. Have you tried to catch him in the past? Okay. And set up traps? Yeah, okay. You will never be able to catch him. But you can try. You can try. That's okay. We know. We know. People like to try. Set up traps. Okay. Now, this is my final question for you. Did you lie about any of your responses to the questions that I've asked today? Okay, like I said, Santa will know if you're not being truthful. Okay, great. Alright, so if I could just have you sign right here for me, okay? Yes, just right there. Thank you. Alright, perfect. So I will forward all of these answers to Santa for him to evaluate and make his decision and put you on the nice or the naughty list. If you want my opinion, you may end up on the naughty list, okay? But like I said in the beginning, the worst is that you'll just get a little bit of coal, and it's not the end of the world. As long as you're trying your best and continuously working on yourself, that's all that we ask for, okay? Alright. Before I go, is there anything that you would like to add to your wish list that I can just let Santa know in case? Just because we really appreciate your participation in this little interview today, so is there anything else that your heart desires? No? Nothing at all? I'll put in a good word with the big man for you. Okay, you're sure? Alright. Nothing. That may influence the outcome then. Put you on the nice list. Not too greedy. Write that down. Not too greedy. Okay. Well, that's all I have for you today, okay? Thank you very much. I wish you and your family and your friends a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, okay? I'll see you again next year if we miss out on you again, okay? Of course. All right. Well, you have a wonderful night.